Ready, Mike? Here we go, Dale.
All right.
Welcome to Minneapolis High School basketball here on 910KINA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8 Minneapolis. Scott Osherman, Mike Perry, and Dale Leach as we get ready to go for sub-state action, guys. And it's alive and hopping up here at Republic County High School, Belleville, Kansas, as Minneapolis Lions about 4 minutes away from the start of the second game here, where the first action saw Sacred Heart beat Solomon. But Minneapolis sporting a new warm-up shirt over the top, and guess what it says, guys? Believe. And you're right, believe this. Minneapolis coming into tonight. They are definitely an underdog tonight. But Mike, I feel the excitement in the air. I feel excited about this. This is a young group of kids that got a lot to believe in, and they've got a great opportunity tonight.
Well, that's why you always line them up and play them. Belleville heavily favored here, ranked 1 or 2 in the state all year long with the vaunted lineup with the 8 seniors that they put out on the floor. They're a very deep ball club. Minneapolis, as we see with the shirts, believe that they have a chance to steal one here from the home crowd. Belleville playing on their home court here. Second round, sub-state action, Republic County, Minneapolis, just getting ready to tip here in about 2 minutes.
Absolutely. Now, Dale, we played Republic County twice already this year.
Twice.
And both times, Republic County has
32-point defeats.
Yeah, 2 32-point defeats. Both scores about the same. And what an opportunity for this young squad tonight to come in and make a statement. We talked about it on the drive down here. It's a young group of kids, and what a statement they can make against a very solid Republic County team. And you saw in the last time we played up here, they played 8 seniors almost the entire game. It was like 1 minute left before they put any other underclassmen.
I think one of the big keys to this game, Minneapolis, if they can handle Belleville's pressure and hold Belleville off the boards and limit those second chance attempts by Belleville on the offensive glass. And of course, Minneapolis with that will rain the 3-pointers. If they're hitting their shots from beyond the arc, anything can happen with the equalizer.
Absolutely, and these kids have, I tell you, I'm excited from the standpoint of you look at this squad. If they hit on all cylinders tonight, this is going to be a really solid ball game. And I really like an opportunity. Now, we talked about it. I don't know how many people remember this, but when we 4 years ago, when these Republic County kids were freshmen, we played at the state tournament against them. We had beat them twice in the year before, and they beat us in the state tournament.
They kind of stole one from us down there, and it'd be a good time to get one back tonight.
And Dale said that that's the last. We had been winning up until that point, and since then
we had 6 straight wins up to that game, and we've lost 7, including that one. And we have not, other than that game, we have not scored more than 35 points in any game, and they've not scored any more than 64. Interesting.
Yeah. So the Minneapolis Lions and the Republic County Buffaloes getting ready to do battle. Republic County, the home team, they're a top seed in this sub-state. They're at home. They're wearing their white.
For Minneapolis, Argenbride, the point guard, will start for Coach Duke, and Colton Grove for Republic County. We kind of know these teams by heart, so shouldn't have to look too far onto the score sheet. Grayson George, one of the key cogs in this Minneapolis offense and defense, has come into his own here of late on the defensive glass. For Belleville will be Engel, 5'11" senior, Kurt Engel, more of a shooting guard than has a very good defensive presence about him. Logan Weedle for Minneapolis. Here I think is the problem for Minneapolis. Kuhlman, who can play inside and out. He'll step out behind the arc and hit that 3 ball and then just put it on the floor and beat you to the glass.
Yeah.
Kuhlman, a very good ball player.
6'2", he's got the inside-outside range and can definitely handle the ball as well.
Dylan Crossan for Minneapolis. Post will be matched up against Gary Roberts. Gary Roberts hurt most of the year, has come off the bench and scored quite well. And the Minneapolis heart and soul, Keegan McCauley. will be the power forward. I call him. Will be matched up against number 50. Austin Castle gets the nod instead of Dunsing. Usually Dunsing starts, and I had him penciled in there, but Castle will get the start here tonight. So it'll be Castle.
I'm sure Dunsing will play.
Oh, yeah, you know Dunsing's going to play.
Castle, Roberts, Kuhlman, Engel, Grove. And that makes 5.
This is lay it all on the floor tonight. There's no tomorrow.
Yeah, you play, you continue, you lose, you're done. And you know that Sheets is prepared for this, but you hope that these kids from Republic County have maybe, just maybe, overlooked this a little bit.
Well, it's always a possibility, and Minneapolis tonight, if we can limit our turnovers here, we can keep ourselves in this ball game late. It'll take away some of the confidence of the Republic County Buffs, and all the better for us. Now with your play-by-play, we've got Scott Oshman here with the semifinal sub-state. Republic County, Minneapolis just tipping off.
And the ball goes up, and it's picked up by Republic County as he walks the line is Kurt Engel. Engel gets it off to Grove to set it up. Kicks it over to the right-hand side, back on the outside to Engel. Engel will set the play. Swing pass over to Grove. Grove on the left-hand side. Engel and Grove don't shoot the ball a lot, but they do run the floor quite well. Back over to Engel. Kicks it back.
We're packing it in low.
They kick it down low. Nice hands. Almost got a steal right there. They kick it back on the outside. Swing pass over to Kuhlman, and he off the mark, but the rebound goes to Roberts. Roberts puts it up then, and he gets it in. Roberts gets the first points of the night to get the early lead for the Buffaloes. Argenbright will bring it down to set it up for the Lions. Kicks it over to Logan Weedle. Logan Weedle pressed in tight, man-to-man defense. Kicks it up. Nice shot. Doesn't fall in. Picked up by Roberts and the Buffs. Kicks it back on the outside. Goes to Grove. Grove will swing pass. Nearly stolen. Good hands by Logan Weedle. Swing pass back over. Picked up on the low side. Back to Roberts from the free throw line. Picks up his dribble. Goes back to Kuhlman. Up and good. Kuhlman gets a quick bucket there.
Minneapolis in a 3-2 zone, spreading it out across the front. I think they're trying to make Belleville shoot from the outside, and as Scott mentioned, not a really good shooting team from beyond the arc. They like to get it in and close down on the low block.
Sheets not only coaching the players, but coaching the officials down there. And stolen there by Roberts. Roberts will bring it down to set it back up. Kicks it back to Kuhlman, back over on the outside to Engel. Engel with the ball on the outside, on the right-hand side. Swings back to top the key, back over to Grove. Grove back to Kuhlman for 3. Off the mark, and rebound goes in the hands of Castle. Nice steal there by Dylan Crossan as Dylan reaches in and grabs the loose ball.
Dylan handy on the spot there. They tried the dump down pass from Castle to Roberts, and Crossan right in the right spot. Good tight man-to-man defense here by Republic County.
Casey Argenbright drives, and it's going to be off of Casey. And you talked about Dunsing coming in, and he does come in quickly for Castle as he comes off the bench tonight. 5:42 left to go in the first quarter, 4-0, Buffs on top.
Dunsing relentless on both ends of the court, especially on the offensive glass.
Buffs get her set up, gets it over to Dunsing on the right-hand side, back to Roberts. Roberts swing pass over to Grove. Grove will set it up on the right-hand side, goes back to Kuhlman, back to Engel. Engel and Grove can shoot, they just don't shoot the ball a lot of times.
Minneapolis switching up the defense here now, have gone to a 1-3-1 zone defense.
Swing pass over to Dunsing, back in the corner. Three-point shot off the mark and picked up by Roberts. Wow.
We can't get a defensive rebound so far.
The missed shot on the outside by Engel. There's Kuhlman driving, kicks it up, no good. Nice rebound by McCulloch. McCulloch gets it up to Weedle. Weedle will bring it down. Swing pass over to Grayson George. Grayson puts it up, doesn't get it to fall, but he'll get fouled and he'll go to the line. Nice hustle by Grayson. Great pass by Logan Weedle.
Great pass. George all the way to the basket. Logan found him, sealed off the defense, and Grayson was fouled going in. We'll get 2 shots here.
Grayson at the line. First shot is up and good. Minneapolis gets their first points of the night as Tyrell Owens checks in for Casey Ardenberg.
As time has progressed this season, Macy has played a little more and more as we've gone along. He's gotten a lot stronger since that surgery from the football season.
Yeah, not in yet, but Owens has done the same thing. Owens has done a great job. You're right. Macy, we should see tonight as probably well as Garrett Doherty. Pass back to Roberts on the swings into the low post, puts this a little hook shot up and drops it. Ooh, he was stepping on the line.
Well, he didn't go over it. That's the main thing.
Yeah. As Owens will bring it down to set it up.
Well, that's Coach Sheets' game is down low, and he's got the horses to do it with Kuhlman and Roberts.
Grayson George misses one from the free throw line, and Kuhlman brings it back to Roberts. Roberts back over to Engel. Engel on the outside. Swing pass over to Grove. Grove will drive, kicks it back over to Kuhlman for three, and he drains it. Another big shot by Kuhlman. Kuhlman hurt us in the second matchup. I can't remember the first one, but some big plays by Kuhlman. 9-2, Buffs on top. There's a foul down low on Roberts as Logan Weedle goes down in the low post.
Reach-in foul on Roberts, his first. Belleville second team foul as Yaxel comes in for Crossan as Coach Shoup gets the rotation going here, try to keep fresh bodies on that floor.
Mutz checks in for the Buffs also. Ball will be inbounds to Grayson George. Grayson back to McCulloch. Tight man defense. McCulloch spin move in the lane. Can't get it to fall. And there's going to be a foul down low. Keegan had a great move down low, just couldn't finish it. As
foul is on Grayson George. Excuse me, that's on Yaxel. His first.
9-2, Buffs with the ball. Grove on the outside, back to Roberts. Roberts to set it up. Swing pass over to Grove. Grove looks down low, back to Engel, back to Roberts. Roberts back to Grove. Grove back to Engel. Engel on the outside. Minneapolis in a zone defense. Swing pass over to Engel. Engel to set it up. Swing pass back to Dunsing. Back to Grove. Drives in, kicks it out to Engel for three, and he rattles one in. Wow. 12-2, Buffs on top. Minneapolis trailing by 10 right here. Owens on the outside, picks up his dribble, goes back to McCulloch. McCulloch gets his man in the air, swing pass over to Weedle. Weedle puts up a shot on the floor. Oh, you're kidding me.
They call Logan with the push-off.
Yeah, he pushed off.
Coach Sheets got his call over there.
Well, Sheets not only works his team, but works the officials as a solid coach.
I agree with him.
Yeah, I would agree with on that one. He did push off, but we'll see that throughout the night, though. As
Grove had both his hands on Logan as he was going to the basket, and then I think that kind of prompted Logan for the push-off.
Engel with another three, in and out, picks up by Grayson George. Then it's a steal, and Grove gets the steal and the bucket.
No, they're going to call that on the floor. They're not going to give him the basket.
Okay. Well,
foul is on Yaxel. It's his second, and Crossan will come right back in here.
As checking in for the Buffs is number 40, Austin Brown, another one of their seniors, as they rotate their seniors in. Ball goes to top, the key to Dunsing. Dunsing guarded by McCulloch. Back on the outside to Kuhlman. 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. 12-2, Buffs on top. Ball goes on the outside into the hands of Dunsing. Dunsing drives, puts it up and good.
Always a threat to score. Dunsing with a runner in the lane.
Minneapolis is going to call a timeout to talk about it. They want a 30-second timeout. So 30-second timeout. Dale will go ahead and take one with them. as right now the Buffs on top 14-2.
The State Bank of Delphus and the Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis are locally owned community banks which offers traditional accounts such as checking, savings, certificates of deposit, IRAs, loans, and online banking. But most important, they're committed to making your banking experience as easy and as personal as possible. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
D&M Body Shop can repair any make or model of vehicle and make it look like new. They transform that ugly, messed up vehicle to its like-new condition. You'll be saying, wow, what a job. D&M Body Shop, Minneapolis, the very best.
Welcome back to Republic County as right now the Buffs on top 14-2 as they had the early lead and very strong to start this one out. Ball goes back to Minneapolis. Argenbright drives in, takes it all the way in, can't get it to fall though. Ball still on the floor and then picked up by the Buffs.
Argenbright back in for Minneapolis with a one-hand scoop shot. I thought that one was going to drop. It just rolls off. They're having a little tough shooting luck here in the early going.
Ball goes inside, back out to Mutz, back to Kuhlman, back to Grove. Grove drives, kicks it back out, 14-2, minute 16. Mutz on the outside, back to Dunsing for three. It's off the mark, and ball goes up and good by Kuhlman, wow. I don't know how Casey somebody wasn't over the back of Casey. Of course, it doesn't take much when everyone's taller than Casey, but still, a good hustle by Casey to try to pick up that loose ball. 16-2, minute left here to go in the first quarter.
I don't think the Buffs were overlooking this, guys.
No. My hopes were that they were, but no, they're definitely not. So, ball goes into McCulloch. McCulloch brings it down to set it up back to Grayson. Grayson kicks it out. Passes it. Yeah.
Put it up.
Kicks it back out is the Buffs. So Roberts from the free throw line. And that's off the mark, but a huge rebound into the hands of Grove. My goodness, everything is falling in the Buffs' hands, and they are putting their arms up, and they're getting a lot of loose balls right now. Fouls on Austin Brown as Grayson George drives to the hole. 18-2. Buffs with an early strong lead. Minneapolis has had some good shots, guys. They just have not been able to fall. Argenbright to inbounds. To McCulloch. Bank shot no good. Casey Argenbright gets the loose foul. Fourth team foul. I believe the first on Casey. 22 seconds left. 18-2, Buffs on top.
You notice when George or Weedle get the ball beyond the arc, they've got somebody right on their toes.
They do.
They're not going to let them have an open look at all.
Grove on the outside, back to Kuhlman. Kuhlman back to Roberts. Roberts back. Swing pass over to Engel. Engel back to Kuhlman for three. Off the mark. Good box out by Brown. And he puts it in at the buzzer to give the Buffs a 20-2 lead at the end of the first quarter. And I would not have expected this.
Well, I had the notion that might happen. Coach Sheets always has his team prepared, and when you're playing in the SubState, you got to play your hardest every game out, or something might happen that is just like a Minneapolis team come in here and give you a surprise.
Yeah, exactly, and they are playing. They are a solid team. We knew coming in how solid a team they were, but right now Minneapolis not being able to get anything to fall inside or outside.
Belleville, to their credit, is playing a tough man-to-man defense. Minneapolis with no open looks beyond the arc whatsoever. Well, we'll be back with the second quarter here in just a minute as Minneapolis trailing Republic County. And we're just going to keep it here.
Well, it's no use going at this point.
Okay.
It's interesting. We started out in that 3-2 zone and caused problems for them for a little bit, and then they hit a couple outsiders, and we went into the man-to-man, and that's been what they wanted. It's played right into their strong point.
We tried 1-3-1 for a little while, but then we went man-to-man, and of course that's to their liking, and they've been able to score pretty much. Well, they've got kind of lucky actually with some open, just some loose balls around the bucket, and there Logan Weedle gets a good basket for Minneapolis.
First field goal for the Lions. As the Buffs had the ball here, 20-4, 7:40 left to go in the second quarter. Ball goes on the outside to Castle. Castle back to Engel, back to Roberts. Roberts back to Castle. Castle swing pass over to Grove. Grove back to Kuhlman. Kuhlman kicks out to Engel for three, and it's off the mark. Casey Argenbright with the rebound. Nice job, Casey, to go in and get that rebound.
The big guys
out of the way.
Yeah, the big guys had Republic County boxed out. And there's a walk by Keegan. And Casey doing a good job rebounding down there. He's got knocked down a couple times, too.
Yeah, he has. Ball goes back in the hands of Grove for the Buffs. Back to Kuhlman, back to Castle. Castle back to Grove. Grove guarded by Argenbright. Swing pass over to Engel, guarded by Weedle. Kicks it down low to Castle, back to Grove. Grove to move it around to set it up. Picked up by Engel on the right-hand side. He'll drive the lane. Gets it back to Roberts. Swing pass over to Kuhlman for three. And he hits it.
He's not afraid to pull the trigger anywhere on the floor, is he?
No, he's not. Ball goes to Argenbright, back to Grayson George. Grayson guarded by Kuhlman. Fouled, but no call. Knocked out of bounds off of the Buffs. It will stay with the Lions.
Yeah, I thought
Kuhlman probably a pretty good matchup against Grayson. As far as height-wise, Grayson has a quick shot.
Physique.
Yeah.
He can jump.
Grayson misses the down low shot. Inside rebound by Crossan. He misses. And then there's a foul. And Crossan will go to the line. Minneapolis missed a couple bunnies down there, but great offensive rebounds by the Lions down low.
A nice series there as Minneapolis really hitting that offensive board hard. And it paid dividends there as Crossan gets a couple free throws here.
Oh,
it does go in.
It does go in. Nice job, Dylan Crossan. Does get it to rattle in. Second shot coming by Crossan. Shot is up, and it's good as well. Nice job, Dylan.
Well, we doubled our first quarter output.
Absolutely, Dale. Ball goes down low. It's going to be a foul on Weedle as he went up against Roberts, and a little bit of size difference there.
A lot of size difference. Roberts well put together, 6'2" and about 210, maybe 6'3".
Like you say, 6'2" all.
Yeah. Ball goes to, guess who, Kuhlman for three, and he drains another one.
Very good shooting from the outside. Kuhlman not afraid to put it up. Very good outside shooting.
Turnover by the Lions. Kicks it back to Engel. Engel swing pass over to Roberts. Roberts with the ball. Kicks it back to Kuhlman. Kuhlman on the outside, back to Grove. Grove back to Engel for three. And it's in and out, but rebound by Kuhlman. And he gets it into an inside bucket, I'll tell you.
He's a man-eater down there.
Yeah, he is. 28-6. Kuhlman and the Buffs. Pretty tough right now. Ball goes in the hands of Logan Weedle. Logan picks it up, goes back to McCulloch. McCulloch goes down low to Crossan, and he gets the ball. Nice job. Nice drop-down pass by McCulloch to Crossan.
That's a touch pass. It's got to go over the top. Nice job there by Keegan to get it in deep to Dylan.
Ball goes down low to Kuhlman. Blocked by George, but saved by Kuhlman. Grove takes a three-pointer. It's banked off, no good. Rebounded by Roberts. Roberts puts it up, and he'll be fouled.
Nice job of splitting the defenders there.
We knew coming into this we'd have to be playing on all, we'd have to be hitting on all cylinders and have to be hitting everything and then some. And right now, Republic County is definitely doing that, and we've just not been able to get our buckets to fall.
I think they got about 9 cylinders going.
It's one of them. I don't know. We'll just leave it at that. I don't know what they got, Dale, but they've definitely got a ball team.
Yeah, they're
no doubt about
undoubtedly
that.
ranked #1 in the state for a good reason.
Roberts gets it in the hands of Argenbright to bring it down. Casey brings down to set it up. Casey tries to get it over to Owens and goes out of bounds. Turnover goes back to the Buffs.
I thought we'd end up seeing Kyler. I think Shoup's a little frustrated with Argenbright's play there, and he's going to have a talk with him. That's good coaching right there. Get him over there and let him know what you want.
Macy on the outside with Grove. Back to Engel. Engel guarded by Weedle. And good hands, good hustle down there by Weedle. Should be a tie-up.
Arrow to the Buffs.
Yeah. A good hustle by 2 Buff players as well as Logan Weedle.
Logan Weedle and Mutz with a little bit of a scrum there on the floor. Weedle had it tied up with his legs, and Mutz dived in there. And refs are quick to call the tie-up. That's good. Good job of refereeing there. You don't want to let that get too far, and they get physical. And nice stoppage there.
Ball goes into Grove and the Buffs. 4:18 left to go in the first half. Ball goes back on the outside to Mutz. Mutz with the ball back to Engel. Engel with the outside gets it back to Mutz. Mutz will set it up and we'll kick it back on the outside to Grove. Back to Engel. Engel to set it up for the Buffaloes. Engel looks down low. Has nothing. Gets it back on the outside to Engel. Back to Roberts. Roberts with the ball. He's guarded by McCulloch. Back to Engel. Engel on the outside guarded by Owens. Owens back to Dunsing with the ball. Down back to Mutz. Swing pass over to Roberts. He'll drive the lane. Nice block from the back. Is a great block by Keegan. Just didn't have enough to get it taken away from him, and Roberts finishes it.
That's strength.
That is.
31-8. Belleville with the lead here. Macy caught on the baseline.
McCulloch with the ball on the outside. Keegan to set it up. Back to Logan. Logan's hops with him. They call the travel. Turnover back to the Buffaloes.
3:11 left in this first half. Belleville, as Kuhlman comes right back in for Mutz. No, for Engel.
Sheets telling that ref, watch the push-offs out there with the elbow.
Well, like I said earlier, he coaches his players as well as the officials very well. Ball goes back in the hands of Mutz. Back to Dunsing. Dunsing drives, kicks it up, and makes it. You know, what gets me is really the Buffs' shooting percentage has got to be extremely extremely high right now.
Well, it comes with confidence.
All those shots are taken in close, but Kuhlman's hit some of the long balls.
Ball goes back to McCulloch. He'll drive in and makes it. Nice job, Keegan McCulloch. Keegan is going to have to do that just to take the initiative, and he's got a great ball movement, and he can do that. Nice job by Keegan.
Got a nice spin move, got a nice crossover dribble. He's left-handed that, as you saw right there, can get to the glass and use the right hand.
Grove with the ball for the Buffaloes. He'll drive. Shot up and a baby hook.
They aren't missing.
They aren't missing. Foul on the Buffaloes as Weedle's forced out of bounds.
Mutz with the pressure a little bit too much. 5th team foul on Belleville.
Lions at 6.
As Grayson George checks back in for Logan Weedle. Macy to inbounds. And to Yoxel. Yoxel back to McCulloch. McCulloch on the outside. Sacred Heart Knights have seen enough. They think that this game's already done. So ball goes back in the hands of Tyrell Owens. Owens with the ball back to McCulloch. McCulloch drives it in. Have to pick up his dribble. Get it out of there. 3 seconds called by.
5-second call on McCulloch. He just could not get rid of the ball.
Couldn't get rid of it now.
Minute 42 left, first half.
35-10, Buffs on top. Mutz on the outside as he'll bring it down to set it up. Ball goes over to Engel. Engel goes down low to Dunsing. Dunsing back out to Engel. Engel to set it up. It's back to the top of the key. As he's guarded by Kyler Macy. Kyler goes out on the outside. Dunsing with the ball. Swing pass over to Mutz. Back to Kuhlman. Minute 8 left to go in the first half. 33-10. Buffs on top. Ball goes back in the hands of Engel as their play for the last second shot here in the first half. Mutz with the ball. Back to Kuhlman. Kuhlman guarded by Grayson George. Back in the hands of Mutz. Mutz, well, set it up, gets it back to Engel. Engel content on the outside, just wait for that last second shot as it goes back to Mutz with the ball. Mutz picks it up, gets it back to Engel.
25 to shoot, and Coach Sheets is putting in a couple of replacements here. He's going to take a 30-second timeout, too, to set up his final shot here of the first half.
We'll go ahead and take a quick one with them. 35-10. Buffalo's on top.
Bennett Autoplex supports the Minneapolis Lions. At Bennett Autoplex, you'll find a small-town family atmosphere with great prices on new and used cars. New vehicles including Chevrolet, Pontiacs, GMC, Buicks, and Jeep. Serving the customers since 1957. Bennett Autoplex, Minneapolis, Salina.
Scott Studio at Minneapolis does all types of signs, from vehicle graphics, banners, racing, full-color decals, retail signs, and much more. If you need a sign, here's your sign. Scott Studio, where quality is promised and the price is always right.
Welcome back to Republic County High School, 2A substate here as the Buffs had the ball and the lead with 25 seconds left in the first half. Grove with the ball, guarded by Macy. So bring it down. Crossover, penetrates and kicks it back out. Back over to Kuhlman. Kuhlman back to Roberts. Roberts back to Grove. Grove back to Engel for three. Wow. That is definitely how you play it. Engel gets three on the outside, and Tyrell Owens was in his face, and he still dropped the shot.
What was the score at half last time we played him, Scott?
If you give me a second, I'll look at that.
Minneapolis being throttled here tonight as not able to really get anything in the rhythm on the offensive end. Belleville doing a good job on their defensive end, and Minneapolis tough sledding here tonight, trailing at halftime, 38-10.
33-22, Dale.
A little closer.
Yeah, a little closer.
All right.
Well, we will go ahead and take a break, then we'll be back with some stats. You're listening to 910kennedy.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8. Minneapolis basketball here as Minneapolis trails 38-10 here at the first half, and Republic County, we talked about Minneapolis having to come out and hit on all cylinders, and Minneapolis struggled to hit, didn't get a field goal in the first quarter, and second quarter they did much better, but still only getting 10 points in the first half against this very solid Republic County team. Republic County hitting everything and then some. Very high shooting percentage tonight for the Buffs as they had the 38-10 lead. Run down some scoring real quick for the Lions. Dylan Crossan with 4 points. 2 points by McCulloch, 2 by Logan Weedle, and 2 by Grayson George. The bright spot right here, 4 for 4 from the free throw line.
Scoring for the Buffs, as you noted during the telecast, Scott was talking a lot about Kuhlman. Kuhlman ended up with 15 points in the first half with 3 threes and 3 deuces. Very good ball player inside and out. Steps out beyond the arc, feels just as comfortable shooting out there as he does driving to the low block. Colton Grove had 2 points. Engel had 2 threes in the second quarter there that hurt us quite a bit. Kurt Engel was 6. As I mentioned, Kuhlman with 15, and Gary Roberts chips in 7. So they have some pretty good scoring. Dunsing didn't start, but when he does get in there, he looks to score, and he is an offensive threat inside and out. Dunsing has 4 points in the first half, and Brown has a bucket to round out the scoring.
A very solid Republic County team. We knew that coming in, that it's going to be tough for Minneapolis, and Republic County right now well into control, 38-10 at the half. Minneapolis did a great job, I felt, of getting the ball down low. They did a nice job of working the ball around. They just couldn't get anything to fall. Republic County prevent defense with their man had somebody in Logan's face and Grayson's face the entire time if they're floating around on the outside.
Yeah, that's Sheets' theory there. He's trying to take the scores away, and he has, as Grayson George out beyond the arc does not have an open look at any time out there. Part of the defensive scheme for Belleville. Belleville doing a good job on the defensive end, but Minneapolis just not able to get anything going. They have to put the ball on the floor and get it to the basket, which McCulloch did a time or two, along with George, but Grayson just not having a very good shooting night and close.
Yeah, exactly. The Buffs with the lead, 38-10 at the half. We will go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back in about 4 minutes for the start of the second half action. You're listening to 910canada.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
I'd like to take this time to thank their many friends and customers for making their business what it is today. Kevin also wants to wish the Minneapolis Lions a great season. C&R Plating, happy to be a Minneapolis Lions backer.
Welcome back to Republic County as the Buffaloes with the halftime lead, 38-10. And Mike, it's going to be a tough one to come out here in the second half and recoup from this. They've got nothing to lose.
You know, bright spot, Minneapolis has done a pretty good job taking care of the ball, limited to turnovers, but just unable to get an open look beyond the arc. And when we do drive and get to the basket, we just had some tough shooting luck there early in the first half. Just a quick note here, we did get to see Solomon and Sacred Heart finish up. Pretty good ball game, actually. Sacred Heart was trailing most of the game, and Solomon, one of their leading ball players, went down with an ankle injury there into the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter. But Reardon had 21 for Sacred Heart. Martin had 19, and Too Good had 16. So pretty balanced scoring there for Sacred Heart.
Yeah. You know, you look down the list, and we get ready to start the second half. Minneapolis will have the ball to start, but you got to figure 8 seniors that run. That's the only ones that play for the Buffs, and Minneapolis. No seniors. Nice bank shot to start the second half for Logan Weedle as Minneapolis gets the first points in the second half. Kuhlman on the outside as he'll roll around to the left-hand side. Back to Grove. Goes down low to Castle. Castle back to Grove. Back to Kuhlman at the top of the key. Back to Engel. Engel guarded by Weedle. Tight defense there. Back in the hands of Grove, guarded by Casey Argenbright. Casey a little gimpy there. I don't know if one of those times when he went down, if he a little bit of a Roberts down low. Nice rebound by Casey down low.
Good help defense by Argenbright. They doubled up on Roberts. He had to go the other way and missed the kind of a scoop shot there. Good job on defense.
Down McCulloch. McCulloch up and no good. Missed it. Picked up by Roberts. Roberts back to Kuhlman. Kuhlman back to Grove. It was a nice look by Minneapolis down low as wow, Colton Grove goes baseline, does a reverse off the glass, and gets a bucket to fall. Nice move by Grove. Minneapolis back up and back to the play just before. They had a great drop down look. Keegan just couldn't quite get it to fall. We've had a lot of those tonight. Grove at the line for an M1 here. Shot is up and good. They don't shoot the ball a lot, Grove and Engel, but when they do, they're pretty effective.
Yeah, they're Their game is ball movement, break down the defense, get it in down the low blocks to the big guys. Nice jump
Logan
stop.
Weedle.
Guys, we can't
Nice
get
job. Just cannot get a bucket to fall right now. Foul on the floor by Engel. Puts Logan Weedle at the line for 2.
McCulloch had one the time the possession down the floor before that just would not go. And Logan's rattled out. He's at the free throw line. He gets 2 shots. He makes the first.
Second shot is up, and it is good as well. Nice job, Logan. Logan come out and hit 4 points here to start the second half. Ball goes back to Roberts, back to Engel. Engel guarded by Logan Weedle, back to Grove. Grove on the outside. Gets it back to Engel. Engel looks down low. They get it down low. Nice hands by Keegan McCulloch into Grayson George as Grayson gets the steal. Back to Yoxel. Yoxel back to Weedle. Weedle drives the baseline, but he'll be fouled by Roberts. Nice job by Logan Weedle.
Yes. They're looking for him to shoot the 3, and he's putting the ball on the floor and getting to the basket. There, Roberts a step late on the baseline, had the blocking foul. That's his second, or no, it's just his first foul.
Logan inbounds, gets it to Grayson. Grayson drives. There's another foul. This one's going to be on, didn't see who this one's on. That's a 3rd team foul for the Buffs, though. Number 13, Kuhlman. So Grayson takes it in the hole this time. Minneapolis working the ball inside and forcing the issue. Nice job.
Right now, Belleville having a hard time keeping up with our quick first step.
Grayson hits free throw. Have another one coming here. Second shot is on the way, and it's good as well. Nice job, Grayson. Ball goes on the floor. Engel, no good. Nice job by McCulloch. Gets it up to Casey Argenbright. Casey has a fast break layup. Nice job, Casey Argenbright. Great job, Keegan McCulloch on the other end, though. 41-17, good hustle by the Lions. Ball goes back on the outside of Roberts, guarded by McCulloch. Robert back to Castle. Castle back in the hands of Grove, back to Kuhlman. Kuhlman back to Engel. Engel takes a little shot in the corner, up and good. Back into Argenbright for the Lions to bring it back down. 43-17. Casey with the ball on the free throw line. Off, no good. Rebound by Grove. Grove up to Castle, back to Roberts. And just like that, the Buffs run the floor pretty easily down the other direction as Roberts finishes 45-18. The Buffs will take a full timeout. We will take one with them. 5:22 left to go here in the third quarter.
City Pharmacy has brought you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
The Hairstylum, the newest and most modern hair salon in Minneapolis, will style your hair to give you the look that you've always dreamed of. Or you might just want a haircut. The Hairstylum will do that too. Lynn and Brandon welcome new customers. Call 392-4555.
If you're searching for the right insurance to fit your needs, look no further. American Family Insurance has been providing security and peace of mind for more than 80 years because they want to protect what matters most. Call Scott Osherman in Minneapolis, your American Family Insurance agent.
Welcome back to Republic County as Minneapolis comes out, starting out pretty good in the third quarter to get a nice little run going there. But the Buffs come right back in.
That's a mark of a good team is to be able to answer, and Belleville has so far.
And Sheets called a timeout because he saw something he didn't like, and he probably got him to correct it right there as Minneapolis brings it back and gets it into Logan Weedle. Logan back to Grayson. Grayson back to Logan. Back to Casey. Casey on the outside. Back to Yoxel. Yoxel looks at the backdoor pass. Goes back to McCulloch. McCulloch to the top of the key. Goes to Weedle. Weedle back to McCulloch. Goes into Yoxel. Yoxel puts it up, no good. Off the glass and rebounded by Grove. Grove will bring it down and set it up for the Buffs. Guarded by Argenbright. 4:41 left to go in the third quarter. Grove back in the hands. Back to Roberts, top of the key. Roberts back to Grove. Nice defense by Casey. And this time they go back to Kuhlman, back to Dunsing. Dunsing swing pass over to Engel. Engel back to Roberts. Roberts back to Kuhlman for three. Off the mark. And should be off of Dunsing. And will
Kuhlman way off the mark that time.
It's interesting, guys, when they're on defense.
Yeah.
Every one of our players that doesn't have the ball and they're moving, the buffs will be off of them. All except for Weedle and George. They've got somebody in their face no matter where they are, with or without the ball.
Yeah, it's not a triangle and two like we've seen. Minneapolis, nice job, Kyler Macy. As Minneapolis gets 4 new players in. Macy, Macy, Crossan, Doherty, and Owens check in for Minneapolis.
That foul is on Kyler Macy, his first. Minneapolis' second team foul here in the second half.
Garrett seeing his first action of the night. Ball goes back in the hands of Grove, guarded by Macy.
I'm sure he's still not 100% on that ankle, as they were surprised he was able to play on it at all.
Oh yeah, Roberts back on the hands of Kuhlman, back to Roberts. Roberts back to Grove. Grove drives back in. Puts up a little shot off the mark, rebounded by McCulloch. McCulloch back to Garrett Doherty. Garrett will bring it down. Stolen by Kuhlman. Back to Dunsing. Nice block. Oh, yeah. Nice block by McCulloch, and then a charge called. Garrett Doherty stepped in and took the charge.
Yeah, he did, and he got ran over.
Wow. Nice job by Doherty and McCulloch on that play right there. As Roberts called with the foul. Well, no, they didn't.
Dunsing.
They called it on Dunsing.
Yeah.
Ball goes back to Garrett Doherty. Garrett is forced out of bounds and off of his hands, out of bounds. Back to.
Loses control there a little bit. In the corner as Belleville right there. Pretty good defensive team, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Ball goes back in the hands of checking in Brown, Austin Brown. Fouls on the floor. I don't think they called it.
Yeah.
No, they did.
They counted that.
They counted it.
All because he was in the air. That's the only reason.
Keegan McCulloch with his second personal foul.
Doxel, George, and Argenbright back in for the Fighting Lions.
We got 6 on the floor right now. Hey.
One of them's got to leave.
Hey, you guys got 6 players out there. Yoxel. So Yoxel comes
back
out.
Over here. We're not ready.
Wait a minute here. Well, hey, we'll play with 6.
5 on 5.
We'll play with 6 for a while. Dunsing at the free throw line. Off the mark, rebounded by Grayson. Back to Casey. Casey bringing down to set it up. Casey had Logan in the corner. Back to Grayson. Grayson. Ball's on the floor. It should be a tie-up. Wow.
We tripped over ourselves.
Yeah, we did.
Possession arrow to Belleville. That's another tough.
We couldn't get around our own pick.
No.
Well,
that's the way the night's been.
Yeah. 47-18. Bus with the lead. 2:45 left to go in the third quarter. Ball goes back in the hands of Dunsing. Dunsing back to Brown. Nice backdoor pass. And the finish by Grove. Grayson George with the ball. Pop that, Grayson. Back to Logan. Logan on the outside. Back to Owens. Owens to set it up. There you go, Grayson. 3-point shot off the mark. Rebounded by Brown. Bus will bring it down to set it up. 49-18. Bus with the lead. Ball goes back to Kuhlman. Kuhlman back to Dunsing. Dunsing on the outside. 2:05 left to go here in the third quarter. Dunsing guarded by Owens. Back to Grove. Grove swing pass over to Kuhlman. Toolman back to Brown. Brown back to Dunsing. Dunsing on the outside. He'll drive. Behind the back, picks it up. Gets back to Grove. Grove to set it up for the Buffs. A minute 37, 49-18. And a foul called on Logan Wheeler. So Logan trying to prevent him from, that's his fourth foul? Wow. Wow, I did not, I must have missed some fouls in there because I did not see him with 4 fouls. I must have missed a few. So,
14 fouls. Each squad with 4 fouls in this half.
Ball goes back into Dunsing and the Buffs.
Kuhlman back on the bench for the Buffs. He hasn't scored here in the second half.
That's all right.
They scored enough in the first half.
He got enough in the first half, didn't he?
Engel with the ball. Drives. Back to Brown.
Oh,
yeah, there's a walk. There you go. Nice call, Dale. I think that's about their first turnover. They haven't had very many turnovers, have they?
Much to their credit.
Yeah. Argenbright set it up. Back to Grayson. Grayson into Crossan. And Crossan is fouled. And
nice give and go there. Crossan, the recipient of a real nice pass. He gets to the basket, and he is hammered by 2 Buffs. He'll get 2 shots here.
Makes the first one. Nice job, Dylan.
I don't think we missed from the free throw line, have we?
We haven't. We have not. Nice job. Buffs get 2 new fresh legs in, which is Roberts and Castle. Second shot is up and good by Crossan. Minneapolis picks up the press. Ball goes back in the hands of Engel. Engel back to Grove. Grove on the outside wing, goes back to top of the key, goes back to Mutz. Mutz back to Engel. Engel with the ball. Back to Grove. 40 seconds left to go here in the
I'm sure they'll hold for the final shot here in the third quarter.
Ball goes back in the hands of Engel. Guarded by Grayson George. Back to Grove, guarded by Argenbright. They do such a nice job of rolling off a pick. It's hard to watch him coming off a pick at to hit the big 3. Ball goes back to Grove. Grove with the ball at the top of the key, guarded by Argenbright. Kicks it back on to Mutz. 12 seconds left. Oh, nice job, Yoxel. He'll get the foul, but great presence of mind down there to go and put a hand on that ball with Castle.
15 foul on Minneapolis, so they're not shooting yet. 10 seconds to shoot here, third quarter.
Each team with 5.
Roberts with the ball, guarded by Crossan. Ball goes back out to Grove. Grove will drive. Wow, off the glass and good. Wow.
When he does get to the basket, he's got a nice bank shot.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Score it, and that's the way the third quarter will end. Minneapolis trailing here. Republic County, pretty strong basketball team, leading 51-20. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Minneapolis is a dynamic and growing community. The Minneapolis Chamber of Commerce support of the Minneapolis High School Lions sports programming is just a small part of what they do. Be a chamber member. Come for a visit and stay for a lifetime.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lion backers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lion games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of Minneapolis Junior and Senior High School. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
Trust is a word that is very important in this day and age, especially when it comes to insurance. Since 1982, you've trusted the Davidson Agency in Delphus and Minneapolis to give you the best home, auto, farm, crop, life, and health insurance. Call Lyle Davidson at the Davidson Agency, your trusted choice.
There's nothing.
Welcome back to Republic County. The second time we played them, they were up 49-26 at the end of the third quarter. So, tell you, this is just a very solid ball team in the Republic County Buffaloes.
Well, our scoring has increased each quarter here, guys.
Fourth quarter start for the Lions is Doherty will bring it down to set it up, and he gets trapped down low. Back to McCulloch. McCulloch back. We'll set it up at the top of the key. Back to Doherty. Doherty looks down low to Crossan. Crossan puts his man up in the air. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Dunson.
Nice look.
Yeah, it was a great look. It was a good drop down pass, and Dillon had a nice turnaround, just couldn't get it to fall. Ball back in the hands of Engel. Engel on the outside. Engel looks down low. Great job, Grayson George, as he almost comes up with the steal on the right-hand side. Roberts checks in for the Buffs. As ball will go back in the hands of Mutz and the Buffs. Or by Doherty, good hands by Doherty. Quickness on the defense. That's where Garrett is so helpful and so effective, is how quick he is on the defensive side. Oh, nice job by Grayson George, but they're going to get him with the body, I suppose. I thought he had.
Might have had his other hand on the ball.
I know the hand on the ball was clean, but
great block, I thought.
Yeah, picks up his first personal foul. Shot is up and off the mark for Kuhlman. That's about the first thing he's missed tonight, isn't it?
Well, he's missed badly from beyond the arc. His first shot was terrible, and there he gets a free throw to drop. First point of the second half for Kuhlman.
Grayson George will bring it down, set it up, takes a three-pointer. Off the mark, rebounded by Roberts. Roberts will bring it down. And, oh, thought he picked his pocket. Nice job, Keegan. Good hustle, Keegan, all the way from the backside. Thought he had picked his pocket, but apparently had a little body in there.
I thought he did too. I thought it was a pretty clean steal, but the referee right there to make the call. And Roberts, Minneapolis over the limit, will get the 1-and-1.
And misses it, but rebound by McCulloch. Up to Doherty. Doherty will bring it down to set it up. Back to Logan. Logan back to Grayson. Grayson back to McCulloch. Keegan will drive. Block. Nice block by the Buffs.
Roberts right there. McCulloch kind of leaning towards the paint. And kind of an easy block for Roberts.
And we got a foul going the other direction as I believe Castle. No. Kuhlman.
Moving screen.
Checking in will be Grove for the Buffs, as well as coming in Castle or Brown. Republic County, we talked about the first game. They ran 8 seniors for all but about 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. Minneapolis tonight's ran 9 players, and has done a nice job running those 9 players, and they're all underclassmen. You look at this team, how much of a benefit it's going to be for these young kids come next year.
Yeah. They're playing against one of the best teams in the state.
Yeah, exactly. And
it's a character builder.
It is a character builder, and granted it's going to be a loss tonight, but look at this and you think, hey, what can we learn from this and move on to next year? Doherty with the ball, back to McCulloch. McCulloch gets his man up in the air, puts it up. Can't get it to fall from the underneath side. Wow. Missed from just underneath the mark, and there's a foul by Keegan, and that's going to be his 4th foul.
We have got the ball down low and pretty good position and missed quite a few easy shots down low.
Yeah. At the line is Colton Grove. Shot is up and good. 53-20. 5:52 left to go in the ball game here.
Grove doing most of the scoring here in the second half for Belleville.
Second shot is up and no good. Rebounded by McCulloch. Back to Garrett Doherty. Garrett slows it down. We'll bring it down across the timeline. Trays it all the way in and banks it in. Nice job, Garrett, as he gets it all the way into the hole. Gets his first points of the night. Ball goes on the outside to Roberts. Back to Engel. Engel back to Colton Grove. Grove's such a quick step. And Roberts gets the bucket down in the low paint.
What does Sheets want a timeout for? I don't understand his coaching, man.
Well, he calls it anyway. I guess must have known we needed to break up here. So we will take one with them. 55-22, Buffs on top. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
City Pharmacy has brought you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
The Hair Stylum, the newest and most modern hair salon in Minneapolis, will style your hair to give you the look that you've always dreamed of. Or you might just want a haircut. The Hair Stylum will do that too. Lynn and Brandon welcome new customers. Call 392-4555.
I guess one thing, guys, that you have to say that's positive about Coach Sheets, he coaches the same way, whether he's behind or he's ahead. The ball game's always on the line in his mind.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why there's really not a lull with his team. They don't let down. So. And he's plays his 8 seniors all the way to the end. So all goes into Weedle. Weedle with the ball. Back to the McCulloch. McCulloch gets his man up in the air. Shot up off the mark. Rebounded by Crossan. Nice save by Dillon. Back to Weedle. Back to McCulloch. McCulloch has it blocked by Roberts. Wow. Roberts, nice block there by Roberts. Ball will go back to Engel. Back to Castle. On the outside goes to back to Grove. Grove will drive. There's going to be a foul on Garrett Doherty. His first personal. And Colton Grove will go to the line.
That's his first Minneapolis 9th team foul. One more and Belleville will be in the double bonus. Yoxel comes back in. McCulloch out. As Coach Shoup's getting about all the players in, exception of a few.
Off the mark, rebounded by Grayson. Up to, up to Doherty.
How he held that pivot.
I don't know how he held that pivot foot, but he did. So Logan Weedle on the outside.
The elastic man.
Back to Yoxel. Yoxel back to Doherty. Doherty puts it up and off the mark, but Crossan with the rebound. Crossan puts it up and good.
Wow,
nice job, Dylan. Great
nice
work down there, like you said, Dale. He worked hard on that one.
Had 3 guys hanging all over him.
Good strength move there. Dylan shows he is very strong down in the low block.
Nice job by Dylan Crossan, as you said. Ball goes back on the outside to Brown. Brown back to Castle. Castle back to Kuhlman. Stolen by Logan Weedle. Logan, yeah. Logan turned the ball over, had
Been one of those nights, hadn't it?
Yeah, had the court and just couldn't keep a hold of the dribble, and well, you know he's frustrated. So it was a great steal. Just couldn't keep it under control going the other direction. 55-24, 3:38 left to go. Oh, that was a push off. That should
be traveling because Grove rolled over.
Oh no, they're going to call a foul on Garrett. You know,
It was traveling before the foul, but I've always claimed that is a foul when you dive on top of somebody that's down on the floor, but Grove rolled over. He's been missing his free throws here as of late.
Macy will check in for Logan Weedle at the 3:30 mark.
Minneapolis with all but one.
We're going to put the subs
starter.
in Republic County.
Oh, isn't that special? Second shot is up and good. As they send in their first junior, and that is number 30. Well, he's not even on the list. Yeah, Brett Wilkinson. Going to have to learn some new names. I never called these guys before because they've never been in the ball game. Owens on the outside, knocked out of bounds.
Now Junker coming in.
Well, Junker's one we've called, but it's his sister we've called her name before as he checks in. He's a junior.
And she is bigger than him. I mean, taller. I think
taller. I
is,
agree with you.
Taller.
I agree with you. So, ball goes back to Owens.
His baby brother.
That was a walk, not called.
They call a foul on. No,
Junker.
okay. Yeah, I was going to say, for a minute I thought they were calling a foul on Garrett. And,
he did too.
yeah. It's been one of the nights. So.
1-1.
Garrett Doherty will go to the line for a 1-on-1. Jake Eckert coming in for the Lions as he will replace Dylan Crossan. And Garrett Pounds will soon follow here in just a second.
So we'd see next year's Republic County team against our subs here.
Shot is up and off the mark. That's our first miss of the night. And off for Republic County will stay with Minneapolis.
Well, Mutz is still in there. He's a senior. And Brown is still a senior. So
yeah, they haven't put all their subs in yet.
Castle's in there also. He's a senior. So three of those guys will not be in there.
Macy on the outside by guarded by Junker. And I believe Owens will go to the line as there they get in another sub, and that's Braden Damon. He will check in, another junior. We only got one more to put in, and that's a sophomore. A sophomore on their team? Shot is up and good by Tyrell. Nice job, Tyrell Owens.
Minneapolis solid from the free throw line tonight.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, they have been. Garrett Pounds checks in for Andrew Yoxel. Second shot is on its way, and good. Nice job by Tyrell Owens. And a travel, double dribble called by a senior, Logan Mutz.
Mutz with the unforced turnover.
As,
a rarity.
Yep, Macy inbounds to Doherty. Doherty to set it up. Kicked out of bounds off of Mutz. It'll stay with the Lions.
2:46 left in this contest. Belleville with a comfortable 30-point lead.
As Owens inbounds. Gets it to Doherty. Doherty to set it up. Gets it into Owens. Owens in the lane. No foul. Rebound by Junker. Junker on the outside. Guarded by Owens. Is back to Damon. And guarded by, nice hands there.
Doherty with some good pressure over there.
Job.
Eckert forces the.
There we see there Landon Hedstrom, a sophomore, come in. And I know we haven't seen him this year. so now they have a senior out there and three juniors and a sophomore.
And Minneapolis has done a pretty good job during the second half as Belleville has not scored a lot in the second half.
Ball will be off of the Buffaloes. It'll stay with Minneapolis. So out on the floor for Minneapolis is Macy, Doherty, Pounds, Eckert, and Owens.
Kind of a precarious spot to throw the ball in, right in that coffin corner, and it's just tough to get a good angle when you throw it in. Do a good job there as Tyrell comes to get it as Macy gets it in.
Macy on the outside, back to Eckert. Eckert looks at Doherty, goes back to Macy. Tyler on the outside, back to Jake. Eckert on the outside, back to Owens for three. Drains it. Nice job, Tyrell Owens.
Our first tray of the night.
Yeah, it is.
First open look.
Yeah. So
that I can remember from beyond the arc.
it's only like our third attempt. Grayson took a couple in the third quarter, but Mutz drives, gets it back out on the outside to Damon. Wilkinson. Wilkinson guarded by Doherty. Doherty just all over him. So we are seeing what we're going to see next year, and we will definitely, we will school them and then some.
You notice Doherty is so long with his first step. He has covered the ground plus more than his opponent. That's what makes him so effective on defense. He can get there with 2 strides where the opponent takes 3. He's there in 2. So I think he's a pretty good defender. He's not really quick on the first step, but after he takes that first step, he's way ahead of the opponent.
Second free throw is up and good by Wilkinson. Doherty will bring it down, set it up for the lines. Minute 11 left to go here in the ball game. Doherty on the outside and stolen by Mutz. Mutz finishes it. Gets the steal and the finish. All goes back into Doherty and the Lions. Garrett set it up, gets it back to Macy. Macy looks down low to Pounds. And another turnover by Minneapolis. 60-29. Bust inbounds. Ball goes back to Mutz. Guarded by Macy. Back to Junker. Junker on the outside, guarded by Tyrell Owens. Junker, pretty good ball handling for a big guy. So awkward, but pretty decent. Mutz on the outside. Back to Junker. Junker, it's down low. 16 seconds left. As this predominantly Republic County crowd stands up and cheers them on, as Republic County will move on to play for the championship tomorrow night against Sacred Heart. And Minneapolis will lose another one to Republic County.
You know, Minneapolis held Belleville to just 21 points in the second half, so I thought we did a pretty good job. It's just Belleville's defense, a little tough for us to attack, not able to get into any rhythm whatsoever on the offensive end.
Yeah. Exactly.
So another loss by an average of 31 points, guys. So hopefully that'll be the last for a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's look at the positive for the season. For once, the final total, we didn't end up 500, but we went from 5-16 to 4 and what was it? 4-17 last year, maybe 4-16. I don't know.
Yeah.
And we're 11-12 this year. It's good advancement.
Yeah.
And we'll look forward to next year.
Yeah, exactly. And we, there is a lot to look forward to, guys. I look at this squad and I look down and I look at this, and no seniors on the squad. We've got 3 juniors, Charlie Lynn, Keegan McCulloch, and Logan Weedle, and the rest are sophomore and freshmen.
Had a very good nucleus. The kids have been playing together for 2 years now, and as I thought we might be able to make a little bit of a statement here tonight, but Belleville just too strong, too deep a ball club, and Minneapolis, I think, will be, right there in that top 3 next year.
Yeah, I really think so too. You just look down, you look at the fact that how young we are and how solid we are. You gotta give credit where credit's due on Republic County. Even though they play 8 seniors, they're a solid dang team. So
they do everything well.
They did. So Republic County, 20-2 now, and now this says Minneapolis is 11-10. 11-11 now. Is that right?
No, it would be 11-12.
11-12.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. So, but needless to say, Minneapolis ends their season tonight at Republic County against a very solid team. But you got to look next year. Minneapolis will bring back their entire team next year, and they'll also. You got to expect there's some young kids coming up on the that might grow some more. There's some young kids that we may see step up that next year that we didn't even call their name this year. You just never know what next year will bring. So Minneapolis ends their season 60-29 against the Republic County Buffaloes. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with some stats. Republic County, as the Minneapolis Lions come up short tonight by a score of 60-29 against the Republic County Buffaloes, and Minneapolis now ends their season just below 500. Still, you got to look ahead to next year, and you look at this young team, and you think there's a lot of positives to look at coming into next year.
Yeah, I think they've improved all year long, and Minneapolis had the bad luck of running up against the #1 team in the state a couple times this year, and the third time in the SubState here at Republic County. Belleville, just a really tough, really talented ball club to be that deep in Class 2A.
Yeah, exactly. As a lot of these kids, some of them have been playing on varsity for 4 years, and most of them for 3 years. So you got to figure a lot of these kids have played a lot of varsity ball. And you look at that and you say, okay, this is an example of a team in Republic County that these kids have just continued to get better and grow and play together. And you look at us and you say, okay, hey, we've got 3 seniors coming back next year, and 2 of those are not three juniors coming back next year. 2 of them are not starters. That
really helps.
Well, no, I'm sorry, Charlie Lynn. Charlie Lynn is the only one that's not a starter. Logan Weedle and Keegan McCulloch will be the senior starters next year, and you don't know who else, but at this point you say the same starting lineup is for next year is you're going to have 2 seniors and 3 juniors.
Yeah, the nucleus is back, and the kids should be, as I say, I think a couple of these ball clubs, Sacred Heart and Republic County, lose a lot of the upperclassmen, which are going to help Minneapolis move up in the standings next year for sure. Scoring for Republic County, Colton Grove in the second half had a hot shooting second half, ends up with 13 points. Engel had 11. Kuhlman only 1 point in the second half, had 16. Roberts ended up with 11. Most of his scoring, he and Kuhlman were in the first half. Dunsing ended up with 6. Butts had a bucket along with Brown, and Wilkinson off the bench had a couple free throws to round out the scoring.
For Minneapolis, leading the way is Dylan Crossan with 8 points, 6 by Logan Weedle, 5 by Tyrell Owens, 4 by Grayson George, 2 by Casey Argenbright, and 2 by Keegan McCulloch, and 2 by Garrett Doherty. The bright spot, a huge bright spot, and we've seen this all year, our free throw shooting is just tremendous. 12 of 13, didn't get the line like we wanted to, but still 12 of 13, my gosh, that's tremendous.
Yeah, I thought they did a real good job from the charity stripe. They did a pretty good job in the second half rebounding and playing a little better defense. Belleville just scoring 22 points in the second half, and that's credit to Minneapolis tightening up that defense a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we will be back on the air tomorrow night about the same time as Minneapolis. We'll be back here tomorrow night at Republic County as the Minneapolis Lady Lions going to take on the Sacred Heart Knights in a game that we have played Sacred Heart twice now already, and we've lost to them twice, but both times fairly close ball games.
8 or 9 and 3.
Yeah, so if you guys get a chance tomorrow night to drive up here and cheer on our Lady Lions, if not, be on the air with us as we will tip off right around 7:30, give or take, 7:20 to 7:40, somewhere in that, depending on the game in front of us. But the Lady Lions play tomorrow night as they hope to move on to the championship. They'll have to get by the Sacred Heart Knights tomorrow, and it's going to be tough.
Well, it'd be a tough game, but I think Minneapolis is very capable of winning that ball game.
I do too. Well, we're gonna go ahead and say goodnight. We were hoping to get an interview with Coach Shute, but I'm sure you're spending some quality time with the kids. It's a great group of kids. I'm going to miss not seeing them play this year, but I'm excited to look ahead to next year. And a great group of kids, and we've enjoyed watching them all year long. I've enjoyed seeing them mature and grow, and I'm looking forward to what it comes next year.
Time to bring out the baseball and the track implements.
So, exactly.
For these
So,
guys.
Spikes.
Spikes, yeah.
yeah, so for myself, Scott Osherman,
And Mike Curry.
Dale Leach.
good night
Good night,
from
everybody.
Republic County.